News 46 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News 46 is also brought to you by Humana, serving the community. Please stop in at 1397 South Loop Road on the corner of Loop and Highway 160.
Tonight on News 46, fire crews work through the night extinguishing a house fire. And a fundraiser is happening tomorrow night to bring back free medical. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Reiner and Eunette Gentry. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Chief Lewis updates us on Wednesday's fire. It's Thursday, January 11th. I'm Eunette Gentry. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Chief Scott Lewis and his crew battled a dangerous house fire yesterday on Mance Road. One firefighter was injured after part of the roof fell on his head.
Just before 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, we were dispatched a report of a structure fire. While crews were responding, we were notified that one of the occupants had re-entered the burning structure to retrieve pets and was not viewed coming back out. So even long before we were at the fire, we were actually formulating a rescue objective plan, and we were prepared to actually go into the structure and rescue anyone that might be in there. Upon arrival, we found fire through the roof. It was a mansard-style roof, which is a different type of configuration out here. It actually hangs off to the sides on all four corners. And it was a tiled roof, so as we arrived on location, we had a quick view of the structure. It appeared to have had multiple additions over the years, and again, with the fire, it was heavy fire through the roof, extending throughout the attic space. So as I did my size up, I noted there was an overabundance of personal property both inside and outside the residence. It added to our challenges in getting back because it was a setback that was extensive from the primary road. It was a long, narrow driveway and a perimeter fence, so we could only get one piece of apparatus down. The crews laid a supply line from the street to the engine and then commenced the defensive exterior attack, which means that no firefighters were going into the structure or onto the roof surface. Well, as I arrived on location, I was able to locate the residents, and they confirmed that everybody was out and that there were no injuries. So the life safety portion was eliminated from the equation. However, in the early stages when we were doing the size up, one of our captains, Captain Moody, was struck in the head by some of the falling material coming from the roof surface. And in this particular case, it was a chunk of stucco. So once that occurred, we already completed the size up. We then completed what's called a collapse zone, maintained everybody well outside the confines of the immediate structure and also outside the perimeter of the material that was stored around it.
How's Lieutenant Moody at this point?
He's doing good. He didn't require to be transported to the hospital. His helmet is interesting because it clearly shows where the material had struck the side, pushed his head in the opposite direction. So he has a strain and sprain, but he has no loss of time from work.
So this burnt for quite a while. There's a large amount of personal property there, as well as vehicles?
There were vehicles, there was personal property of all different types surrounding the immediate building and actually stacked up against it. There was an RV, there was accessory outbuildings to the rear and to the side. Those exposures were all protected. Our biggest challenge was that the fire occurred in a non-hydrated area. We had to bring additional water resources in to assist us because we were flowing between 1,000 and 1,500 gallons per minute at the height of the fire.
Do you know how it started at this point?
We're investigating. We think at this point that it's going to be an accidental nature. Most likely it's going to be undetermined. But the owner had described that he was experiencing water leaks from the recent rains that were going directly into the area of the electrical and that portion of the house, which then started on fire.
Fire crews worked all throughout the night, right?
They did. As I mentioned earlier, the fire began just before 3 p.m. and the crews returned to station today around 9:30 this morning.
Nye County announced today that Richard Billman has officially resigned from his elected post as county treasurer effective today, January 11th. In a letter to the Board of County Commissioners, Billman explained he was resigning due to health issues. Billman has been treasurer for the last 4 years and 7 months. He was first appointed back in May 2013 and elected in 2014. The Board of Nye County Commissioners will address the vacancy at a special meeting later this month. Nye County Code Compliance has started to remove unpermitted signs illegally placed in the county and state right-of-ways or on BLM land. Code enforcement removed approximately 75 signs from various intersections around Pahrump on Friday, January 5th, and will return to the streets periodically to remove additional illegal signage. Nye County says that small portable advertising signs that sometimes pop up along our roadways are dangerous because they can block sight lines for oncoming traffic and are unattractive. It's illegal under Nye County Code and state law to place signs in the right-of-way on our roads. And stay tuned to News 46. We'll be right back with your chance to win tickets to a concert this weekend.